Whenever you play Minecraft, you're either playing single player or on a server. And a majority of the time, it's the second option. And when choosing a server, many players go with the more known options, such as Hypixel, Mindman Club, PvP Legacy, or even MCC Island. But the server we're going to be talking about in this video isn't as well known, but it might become relevant very soon. The server that I'm talking about is none other than CubeCraft. And in this video, I'm going to be taking you throughout the history of the server and where it stands now. Anyway, let's hop right into it. CubeCraft was released in December 2012 on Java Edition, and released in 2018 on Bedrock Edition by a player that goes by the name of Rubik Cube Man, also known as Luke Morphil. And throughout the years, the server has had its peak and had a bit of a downfall. What I mean by this is that although CubeCraft is one of Bedrock's most popular servers at the moment, there is a different story for its Java server, which is what we're going to be covering today. CubeCraft started out as a vanilla survival server, but on January 4th in 2015, Factions was released, and a game mode known as Fish Slap was also released, but was shortly removed after. And then came March 31st, when CubeCraft began to take the server thing seriously. They released Kit PvP, Spleg, and Skyblock. And on August 1st to early September, they added Parkour, Hide and Seek, Assassination, and Infected. They began to get around 300 to 400 consistent players on the server, and by the end of the year, they reached around 1,000 consistent players. During this period of time, there were more game modes released, which were survival games, QuakeCraft, and TNT Run. And throughout the next few years, the players just rolled in. They reached around 8,000 consistent players in 2015, and their largest game mode was also released later that year, which was none other than Egg Wars, which also inspired a game mode that you all more than likely know, which is Bed Wars. And once that was released, everything just took off, and they ended up reaching around 30,000 consecutive players, putting it as the second largest server at the time. The server kept growing and ended up having some familiar faces record on there, the most notable one being Preston Plays. 2016 wasn't the greatest year for CubeCraft though, as many servers were experimenting with 1.9 PvP, and so CubeCraft gave it a shot on their server, and lots of players were disappointed, leading to a bit of a drop off in players. They still ended the year with around 4,000 consistent players though, so it wasn't too bad. Not much else happened over the years. The player count continued going up and down, and over the past year or so, it went more down than up. And that brings us to today, April 21st, 2023, where CubeCraft is averaging only around 300 to 700 consecutive players. But you might be asking yourself, why is the title saying that it might come back? Well, around 2.5 weeks ago, it was CubeCraft's 10-year anniversary, and they announced that they were going to be updating the Java server to 1.19, taking an approach kinda like Tubnet or MCC Island, with its own custom texture pack, and it is now Season 2 for Egg Wars. There are currently 6 game modes on the server, consisting of Skyblock, Sky Wars, Egg Wars, Lucky Islands, Free-for-all, and Parkour. Also, on the 10th of this month, there was a TikTok released. I don't think it's the actual TikTok for the server, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the TikTok by the name of CubeCraft.content released a TikTok about the update, and it attracted over 1.2 million views. I think this update was very well needed and the next big move for CubeCraft, and I personally think the server has some crazy potential to come back in the future. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Anyway, that's gonna be all for me. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one.